all these trips I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the man for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready? 51, 25. We take a win. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Hey, South. Mike, 45. Let's go one more. 25
on first down, Ryan. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Ryan. Here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
59. Squeeze, double. Kill. Check. Fresno. Watch the safety creep. Check 50. Check 3.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And cuts out right sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. They'll try to run for it with Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 40.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Hey, high 7. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, check Mike 47.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Tack McKinley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Hey, 22.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Ready. Drop the screen. Wait.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. 21. 54, south.
From the shotgun, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 52 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, Oregon. Mike 45. Get that quarterback.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st down, Atlanta.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the ball. Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, let go. That's going to be a long day. That's going to go.
Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ryan leads leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Falcons.
Down, ready, 25. 3 butt. Check, 45 to Mike. Check,
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Dancing to his left. Got an open man, it's QT. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky gonna let one fly for Rob. He's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They go right back to White here on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Again, it's Cohen. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Come on, let's go. Hey, one set. Hey, do. 54. All day, just like that. 54.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces for... down.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
45, 44, go. Drop deep. Check, 45, come on. Check. Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, How tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing again on second down. Ryan steps away to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 9-yard touchdown run. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
All day. Tight dog. Watch the air. Slam. Jim.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Deidrin Senna.
Check
Again, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's White. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 23-yard run as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And, oh, look at that, a diving catch. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. Now Ryan on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
They try again with Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Good on, 180. 18. Hey, watch the slant. March 54. Good on, 54. Good on.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. Past the 20, 10, 5. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Hey, Charlie.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Hey, Haywood. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, wait. Pick up the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.